Shalom Yahsharala, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the leg and feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. And you know what time it is, it's Bible time, scripture time, right? And we're going to get straight into it. This lesson is about what the fear of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Right, this society don't have the fear of the Lord, right? A lot of you Israelites walking around on this earth don't have the fear of the Lord. That's exactly why you're going to meet your demise. That's why you're going to die in the famine. You're going to die in the war, right? You're going to die in the pestilence and the plagues get released, right? You ain't going to have no hope. You ain't going to have nothing to deliver you, nothing to call on for help, right? Trusting in man and in yourself is not going to deliver you in those times, I'm going to read the book of Proverbs 9 and 10. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding, right? And the knowledge of the holy is understanding, right? Knowledge, understanding of what? The scriptures. What else did the Bible say? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore, do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Right? You're talking about the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. And it talks about wisdom, right? The wisdom is coming from with the scriptures. The scriptures, right? The Lord gave us a way to operate on this earth, right, so we could live, right? These other nations, they're not operating under the accordance of the laws of the Lord, right? They done created their own ways of operating. That's why their systems are fucked, right? That's why their people are against each other. Their houses are divided and separated because their ways of ruling is not a just way. It's not a righteous way. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear of all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Talking about who? The children of Israel. I'm going to read Proverbs 9 and 10 again. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And the only way you're going to get knowledge and wisdom is through the scriptures, right? You got to eat this roll. You got to go into the scriptures and find out what pleases the Lord and what gets the Lord upset. You don't want to be on the Lord's bad side, right? Because a lot of people in society, they're on the Lord's bad side, right? It says here in the book of Ecclesiasticus 1 and 14, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb, right? It was created with the faithful in the womb. You can't just get this, right? You already had to been preordained, predestined, and be already implanted with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the fear of the Lord, right? Faith, right? All these things is something that was given to us before the world was created, right? These things that we're dealing with right now, we got the truth. They don't got the truth. What do they got? They got the fear of man, right? They trusting in money. They trusting in the system. We got the fear of the Lord. Proverbs 14 and 27, it says, the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. If you want to escape death, and you gotta keep them, hey man, do what the Lord tell you to do. Stop eating that abominable bullshit, right? What happens when you eat what the Lord tells you not to eat? You get fucking sick, right? What happens when you sleep with someone the Lord tells you not to sleep with? You might go to jail. You might get killed by that woman's husband for committing adultery. Right, you got these motherfuckers, they sleeping with underage kids. Right, your ass going to jail, goddammit. That's that pedophilia shit. Right? What else? These people, anything that's against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that's what they're into. And that's what their slave masters taught them. Esau Edom got a fucking pedophile ring bigger than the state of America, all throughout the world. And what's he doing? He's just kidnapping children from different countries and pushing them around for traffic. Right? So, and our people are also involved in that bullshit too. You got the Northern Kingdom; they specialize in human trafficking, Right? So what's going on? And we live in a wicked, evil world. A wicked, evil fucking world. Right? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For this is the whole duty of man. Right? Just keep these laws and you shall live, right? And that's why so many of our people is being put to death, because they don't believe in the laws, the words of the Lord. Right? They choose to do what pleases their flesh. Right? You are in a flesh-pleasing society. Flesh-pleasing society. This is the book of Proverbs 8:13. We'll start at 12. It says, matter of fact, let's go to 11. It says, for wisdom is better than rubies. Right? For wisdom is better than rubies. And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. It's better you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the fear of the Lord than you be a rich person. Right? It speaks about woe unto ye rich men. Rich motherfucker ain't gonna make it. Right? A celebrity person who all he wants is attention, you ain't gonna make it. Right? A high-minded person ain't gonna make it. And read again, for wisdom is better than the rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of the witty. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Right? You gotta remove that arrogance from you, that pride from you. Right? Because that's not something that pleased the Lord. Right? We live in the most prideful society ever. Everybody on that, it says in the end times, men shall be lovers of their own selves, high-minded. Right? They care more about pleasure more than they care about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that's why these people, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it. They do not have the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? They fear losing money. They fear losing friends, losing loved ones. But they do not fear the Lord. It says Matthew 10 and 28, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? Because the Lord will fuck you up, plain and simple. The Lord might not even kill you. He might leave you crippled. He might leave you blind, deaf, missing limbs. And guess what? All hell about to break loose. Right? You got motherfuckers in wheelchairs who can't find apartments find a place to live because they don't have a way to travel through that motherfucker. Right? You got motherfuckers tying the wheelchair to their body and going up the stairs using their booty cheeks and their arms. That's the Lord crushing your ass up, fucking you up. You got niggas who done got shot the fuck up and then died. Now they walking around with a shit bag smelling shit and piss all day long. Right? It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 2. And we're going to start at the top. It says, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Right? Cleave unto him and depart not away. Because when the time of trouble comes, you got to cleave unto the Lord. You got to beg the Lord for help, because you're going to fucking need it. You're going to need it. I guarantee in them days, them Nate Satan motherfuckers and IUIC and all them other camps, they going to be calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The Lord going to say, I never knew you. The Lord going to say, I never knew you. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Right? So the men that fear the Lord prepare to go through the furnace of adversity. You have to make it through the fire to get through the fire. Right? It says, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright. It says, order thy way aright, and trust in him. Here we go. Ye that fear the Lord, right, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. I'm reading again. Ye that fear the Lord, Wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Right? Ye that fear Yahweh, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? Right? The Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, very pitiful, and forgiving of sins, and saveth in the time of affliction. Right? In the time, because we come into the time of affliction. Right? The main thing is about, if you fear the Lord, you have nothing to worry about. Shalom.